Hi, my name is Mark from jazzguitarlessons.net. So today in this lesson I'd like to discuss learning the three most basic chords, sounds, or even we could say their scales or their arpeggios, it's all the same, for beginners. Here's my main advice. If you learn major 7th, minor 7th, and dominant sound qualities on your instrument, you have covered a lot of territory as far as learning your instrument and learning the music. Because if you take the most basic chord progression in jazz, it's a 2-5-1, which is discussed on the website. You have the 2, let's say we're in C major. The 2 is minor 7, so D minor 7. The 5 is dominant 7th, G7. And the 1 is major 7th. For jazz guitarists, beginners or intermediate, here's what I recommend. You learn 3 things for each chord quality. You learn a few good chord voicings, then you learn to play the arpeggio, 1, 3, 5, 7, the simplest basic arpeggio. Then you learn to play the scale. The scale has 7 notes, usually. So we'll use the key of C to demonstrate, and I'll just give you a few examples, and then you go on yourself and you discover material to do that. That relates to another video of mine where I talk about learning the instrument. If you learn your instrument, that would be a very good place to start, to learn minor 7th, major 7th, and dominant 7th arpeggios, chords, and sounds. Here's a few basic D minor 7th sound that you might like. 5th fret, bar, like this. This one, just bar your index at the 10th fret, no root, just that. And another one that's fairly popular is this one. So use F, C, E, A. So memorize that, keep that in mind. So as far as arpeggios go, here's what I recommend. You start here, pinky on D, second finger on F, index on A, pinky on C. D, F, A, C, A, F, D. Now that's your time to take this and to learn it everywhere or as far as you can. Let's say you wanted to play it there. You keep going up. This is D, F, A, C again, an octave up. Then you're back on D. So 3 basic chord voicings that are really cool, very usable. This one, you probably already know. Bar at the 3rd fret, just cowboy. Like the D minor 7 we just learned, like this, 1 note change. Try and play it now. Finally, the 3rd really cool G7 voicing like this, which was like the D minor 7 voicing with just 1 note different. So for arpeggios on this one, we're going to do the same process. You have to take the notes, the 4 notes, you learn them. G, B, D, F, G. Then it's your time to find the rest of the stuff. Always the 4 notes repeating, G, B, D, and F. Three nice voicings for a C major 7. This one, which you may already know, C, G, B, and D. Even the little string. Another voicing, which is related to the D minor, the G7 that we saw here, is you play the 10th fret with the index finger on the 4th string, C note, and the 12th fret barred 3 strings with the same finger, like this. C, voicing that has a 9 in it, like this. B, B, D, G. The two notes on the two little strings you have to bar with the second finger. Like you learn the arpeggio. Same process as the 2 chord, as the 5 chord, as the 1 chord. C, E, G, B, C. Once again, it's your time. You go find the rest of it. Always the same 4 notes. C, E, G, B, C, E, G, C, I wanted to show you scales, but I didn't want to do it in a rush, so you got 3 cool chord voicings all along the video. One way to play the arpeggio. The arpeggio is very useful. It's only good notes. By good notes, I mean if this chord is sounded, if you play any of those notes, it's going to sound good. If you want to create a little line, you put it in a little rhythm, it's going to sound good. So I waited until the end to show you the scale, because basically you can use the C major scale, which you might already know. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. It doesn't matter the fingering in which you do it, but what does matter, if you want to learn the scales to use over the 3 different chords, you cannot just start on C. You have to start on the appropriate note. So say you learned the 2 chords, well, you want to play the 2 scale. So it means you'll do C major, but you start on the 2nd note, which is D. So you do D, E, F, A, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. It's called a mode. In fact, it's a Dorian mode. So I don't want to show you any new fingerings. You know the C major scale, or if you don't, you'll find it on jazzguitarlessons.net. But take the time, learn the C major scale from D note, the 2. Learn C major scale from the G note, the 5. And finally, you play the C major scale from the 1 note. So by covering that, right now, you cover most territory that has to be covered to play a basic cadence. That's not the end of it. Of course, there are many more options, but that's a good chunk of material. Now you do this, and you practice it in different keys. Let's say you do that for a week, and you play through a 2-5-1 in C. But next week, you might want to do a 2-5-1 in the key of F. Aha! What are the chords in the key of F? What are the scales? Where's the arpeggio? What are the notes? So you have to go back to the beginning and do the same process. But by doing so, I say in a few months, in a few weeks, so it depends on your time investment, you're going to learn to play 2-5-1s in many different keys. I really recommend you get the Ebersol. It's probably Ebersol Volume 2 play along. Has all the progressions, all the scales, practice suggestions. You put on the CD and you just jam along. So sooner or later, you're going to play jazz standards, and there's going to be a 2-5-1 in there somewhere. Maybe not in the key of C, most likely not in the key of C. Then you have all this material under your fingers that you learned beforehand, that's going to be there to help you accompany the standard, to help you learn the melody, because the melodies are part of scales, and it's going to help you improvise because you know the chord tones. So I'll thank you for watching this video right now, and I'll leave you by improvising a little bit on a 2-5-1 in the key of C in a Latin groove. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.